Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello civil engineers and welcome to CIVIL53. In the previous lecture we had learned how to dimension the plan. Today we are going to prepare sheets for our architectural plans so that we can submit it to our client. So let's get started. For all this time we have been making plans in our large infinite model space. We can make as many as plans and objects in this space, but when it comes to printing the plan into sheets we are limiting by paper size. We cannot print all plans into a single small size paper, as prints will be too small to read from. So let's see how we choose the right paper size for home plans and prepare sheets layout on them. Sheets come in variety of sizes ranging from A10 to A0, A10 being the smallest and A0 being the biggest. The most common sheets used by engineering are A1, A2 and A3. Among these, A3 is the most used one for the simple house plans ranging from G+1 to G+3. A1 and A2 sheets are used for multi-story building projects. So let's see how we can prepare different size sheets in AutoCAD and print them as well. Enough talking, let's go. But before that, I would like to remind you to subscribe to my channel. Let's go. AutoCAD provides us a separate space to make our sheet and arrange our plans on them. These are known as layout. Here we have our model tab and these are our layout tabs. So if you click on it, we will open our first layout. Here you can see the white space represents the paper size. This dashed line represents the actual printable area which a particular printer can print. Printers have physical limitation and safety margins, because which it has to leave margins to all sheets. It varies from printer to printer. And this box represents our model space. As you can see, if you print this sheet on a paper, then we won't be able to read anything. These are too tiny. So in order to arrange the plan in a sheet, we will double click on the model space like this. Zoom into the plan through zoom window tool. This is our paper space. Once done, double click outside to come out of the model space. This is our paper space. We can also switch between model and paper space through this statue button bar like this. Now we are become familiar with basic structure of AutoCAD layout. We will see how we can choose the paper size for our sheets. To do so, right click on the layout tab and select Page App Setup Manager. We can also open Page App Setup Manager like this, type page, enter or space. Select layout, click on modify. Here you can see it says the paper size is letter. So click on drop down list. Here you can see we have a complete list of a paper size from A4 to A0 having double listing of each size. One is for portrait and other for landscape. Generally this paper size is quite popular as it is quite easy to handle in office or site due to its nominal size. It's also economical to print. The size of A3 paper is 11.7 inch into 16.5 inch, which is 297 mm by 420 mm. As we have a single residential plan, we will start with A3 paper size in the portrait mode. So choose this paper size and from here select portrait, click on OK. Now click on close. As you can see now the paper size has changed to A3. We have selected our paper size correctly. So, are we ready to print our plans into sheets? No, not yet. As professional designer, you should name the sheet properly with company name, company logo, client name, plan name, type, structural engineer name, date of formation, and draftsman name in it. All of these details provided in a title block like this. Amount of details will vary according to form, preferences, and project that taken in hand. Providing title block with full information is a must. Without this, your design sheet will look unprofessional. This title block will be as a marketing template on the design form, as these sheets are viewed by number of people on site. On A3 paper, we provide title block to the lower part of a sheet, so let's start drawing the title block. Move this model box like this to the top. Draw a line like this. Now give it a distance of 1.5 inch, enter. complete the box formation. This title block will contain 4 columns. Draw first column for logo and name. Second for sheet title and project name. Third one for general notes. Last one for date and designer data. Once done, here we will put the form logo and name in it. This will act as a marketing tag, as this sheet will pass on the several people during the construction. Place the symbol logo and its name. So go to start, click on open file, select our file. This is our logo. Ctrl C, come to architectural, click Ctrl V, place it on center. Coming to the second block, divided into 2 rows, activate line L enter. Name the first one as title and second one as project. It's not clear and too big, so select it like this. Change the layer to text and change the color to black and change the size to 1:8. Suit, enter. Now zoom in. Coming to the third column, name it general notes. Copy paste this general notes. These notes will guide the contractor to correctly read the sheet, as well as give recommendation for construction practice that he should follow. Do read these notes for your knowledge as well. Coming towards fourth column, divided into 5 rows and 2 columns, like this. So name the first one as a scale, second one as date created, third one as date modified, checked by, drawn by. Once done, draw the boundary of the printable area as well. Now we will increase the thickness of title block lines so that they stand out. Select all the lines like this. Go to Properties panel, click on this small arrow and select 0.3 mm thickness. You will see that there is no thickness in the lines. This is because by default the line width thickness is switched off to speed up the modeling and drawing activity in AutoCAD. To get an idea about the line thickness, click on line width button on statue bar. As we can see, we don't have the line width button here, so go to Customize for statue bar, click on this and make sure that line width is selected. Now we have the button for line width, so turn it on. Zoom in. Now it's on, so if we turn it off, you can see the difference. Switch it off to work faster in AutoCAD. Move the model box to fit in the printable area. Now double click inside the model box. Switch off the grids from statue bar to make it more clear. Click on paper and switch off the grid lines. Now again click on model. Now it's looking like a printable sheet. Now we need to indicate the north direction. So go to reference tab. Now click on architectural tab. Click on model. Come here, Ctrl V. So by this we have indicated our north direction. So we will now click on layout, and there it is. We have our compass, and this is our north direction. Focusing back on the title block, one way to fill this sheet data would be to take the help of text tool, but this will consume time. It's also an unprofessional way on handling a title block data. Let's see how we can edit and fill this text in single window to save the time. The feature of AutoCAD that will help us to do this is called as attribute. An attribute is basically a label consisting of a text that can be easily edited through attribute window. Multiple attributes can be added to a block so that all of them can be edited in a single attribute window. Let's see how can we make attribute label for each of these rows. To define an attribute, click on the down arrow on the block panel and select define attribute. Now close it. The shortcut to open the attribute window is ATT DE F. Enter. Let's fill the parameter of first label. Tag is basically an ID of that table. For the sheet, we will give it an ID of title. Prompt is basically a default value that will be displayed when we will copy paste this title sheet into other drawings. As if now put sheet name. For default, put the same sheet name. Justification, make it left. Text style, make it room text RB, or you can select standard, whatever you want. Text height, we will make it to 1 by 7 inch. Leave the rest of the thing as it is. Click on OK. Place it here. Left click. We have created one label. Copy it to create another. Now double click on it. Give it an ID of project. Change the promote to project name. Click on OK. Same way, name the title for the rows as well. Once done, make a block, add the entire title block with boundaries, like this. Give it a name, title block A3. Once you click OK, the edit attribute window will appear, which all text label will be present that we add to the block. Click on OK. Now let's see how quickly we can add data to this title block. Double click on title block. This will open attribute editor where you can input the values for each and every label in a single window. Let's start giving the values. Click on title and name it typical first, second and third floor. Now select project. Name it residential building G+3. Now select scale. Keep it as it is. Select date created. we can see that the values edited at the same time on the title block. So now, once done, click on OK. See how easy to put values? Now let's change the layout name. Come to layout 1, right click and select rename. Name it typical floors. Click outside. In order not to waste time in creating this title block again and again for each project, we will save the layout as template so that we can insert it in any of the project wherever we want to quickly print the plans in A3 sheets. So, type layout, enter, and select save as, enter. Now give it a name. We will name it my A3 layout. I already have it, so I will select this one. Click on save. Now let's see how quickly we can insert our A3 layout into our drawings. So go to layout 2. As we can see, there is nothing here, so right click on layout tab, select from template and select my A3 layout. Click on open. Select typical floors, click on OK. As you can see here, our layout has been inserted, so select this layout too, right click on it and delete it. OK. So now this is our layout. We will rename it. This will be our parking floor. Now double click here and panel to parking floor. This is our parking floor. Change the title as well. Do the same for terrace floor. Press escape, click outside. Now delete this one, layout, select, delete, OK. So this is our typical floors, parking floor and terrace floor. Now we will add front elevation. Now we can say we have prepared all the sheet for the architecture plan. Now let's look on how we can print these sheets. To print the sheet, go to application menu, click on this small arrow and select plot. Click on close. So this is our plot window. Now close it. The shortcut to open the printing window is Ctrl P. Click on close. As professional design engineers, we do not straightforward print sheet for the client. Many of the times we send sheets in PDF format to the client for design approval. Once all the changes have been made to the plan as per client needs, then go on forward printing the sheets. We should not provide AutoCAD files to the client because they will make necessary changes on their own or friends and won't pay you the amount. Never submit the sheet until and unless he or she pay you full amount for your design work. Also, never ever provide the raw files to your client. If done, there is a great chance he or she won't return back to you. So keep these professional tips in your mind while working on real projects. Let's first learn to make sheets on PDF format. Later on, we will learn to print it directly through printer. The ability to generate sheets in PDF format come really handy if our clients cannot visit our office frequently for design approval. We can then send him sheets in PDF format for viewing on mobile or phone. So, from printer name, select DWG to PDF. This is our printer name. Click on this small arrow and select DWG to PDF. And paper size as we selected. Plot area, make it layout. Now let's come to scale. As we are printing these sheets, A3 size paper, and have made the same virtual layout paper for printing, because of this scale value will be 1:1. That is mean whatever is there on this virtual A3 that should be printed on a real size A3 paper as it is, without any changes to the size. Anyhow, if we change the scale value to 1:10, that means the size of the virtual sheet layout will be reduced by a factor of 10. That means it will print to only 1/10 of the real sheet space. Let's see the preview to confirm it. Yes, it has reduced our virtual sheet size to 1/10. Let's now increase the scale value. Choose 4:1. That is mean virtual sheet will be 4 times its layout size. Let's see the preview to confirm it. Yes, it has scaled to 4 times. Keep in mind that as our virtual paper and real printing paper size is same, so the scale ratio will always be kept 1:1. Only in one case it is going to change. Let's see when. Come to model space. If somehow we decided not to prepare and layout for the plans and want to roughly print the plan to A3 sheet through model space, then let's see how scale value will come into picture. Open print window, Ctrl P, DWG to PDF, and here select portrait, paper size A3, (297), this one. As we have not prepared the layout, we have to select the area that we want to print on the sheet. Under what to plot, select window. Try to select the area close to what we have printing in the layout setup. So, like this. Here you can see to print the entire area on A3 sheet, software has automatically provided us with a scale value of around 1:100, which means while printing on A3 paper, software will reduce the entire plan size by 100 factor. Coming to the preview window, if you print the plan to the sheet and measure the length of this wall, which is 51 feet, then it will be 51 by 100, which will be 0.5, that is 6 inch. So, keeping in mind that scaling is only done in model space to print a large plan into small size paper, so by now it should be clear that in layout space we never have to change scale value, it will always be 1:1 because virtual paper layout size and real paper size is same. The scale value concept will come into picture if only we try to print the plan directly from the model space. Now we are on our layout tab and we have selected the scale 1:1. Now we are ready to prepare sheet on PDF format. Click on OK to proceed. It will ask you for location where you want to save it, name it and save it. So click on save. Here you can see the sheet in PDF format. We can send this sheet PDF to our client and he can easily view this PDF sheet on his mobile and give us directions for changes or approval to move forward with the structural plans. But if you come to the title block, you will see that none of the things is visible. And this is because the text color was white. Now we need to change the text color to black. Double click on title block. Now select date, go to properties and change the color to black. Click on apply. Again, select attribute, properties, black, apply. As we can see now, it's all visible. Click on apply, click on OK. Now again Ctrl P, DWG, A3, layout, inches 1:1, portrait, click on OK. Now as we can see, it's visible. The same thing for the box, it's not visible because the lines are in white color. Now to change the color for title block box, select the title block, go to block panel and click on edit block. Here we have title block A3 selected, click on OK. First we will create a new layer, so go to home tab, layers, click on new and select, give it a name title block. Change the color to black color, click on OK. Now close this, select this, go to layers and select title block. Click on close block editor, save the changes. As we can see, all the things will be visible now except this general notes. So again select this, select this one, now everything is visible. So all we need to do, Ctrl P, now it's looking good. Now to print this sheet on actual printer, we will come back to our layout space. Select your printer name from this list which is capable of printing A3 sheets. Make the paper size A3, what to plot layout, change it to inches, 1:1, portrait. From the plot style we can choose the color of our sheet. AutoCAD will print the sheet in color format. In order to make a preview we need to select a printer, so we will select DWG to PDF and click on preview. Generally we do not print sheets in color, as this stands out to be expensive. Only the front elevation and 3D model photos are printed in color. For the rest we keep the print in black and white format. For that we have to choose monochrome option from here. So we will try it on typical floors. Change the layout to typical floors layout. Now Ctrl P. From here select monochrome. Click on preview. The standard format of color system is that we keep the wall and columns to solid black and the furniture and other items to light gray color and then print that in monochrome. Generally, monochrome option is not able to convert all the colors items to black and gray, so in order to monochrome to work perfectly, we have to change the color of individual elements to black and gray from model space. So guys, we have successfully completed our architectural plan of G+3 residential building. In order for the construction to start taking place, we now have to submit the structural layout for footings, beams, columns, slabs. So guys, we have completed part 2 of this tutorial. I sincerely hope that you enjoyed this tutorial because it literally took me days to compile my knowledge into these videos. So if you did enjoy it, please like the video, share it with your friend, and leave a comment below. So let's move to the next part of this tutorial, which is part 3, in which we will learn how to use Revit architecture to make 3D models. Thanks a lot for watching. See you in the next lecture, inshallah.